Hi everyone. I wanted to go ahead and just give a very short little update because I know a lot of people have been kind of asking about me and asking about how I'm doing and if I've kept up with everything. As you could see, I have a whole lot of bags under my eyes because I'm in finals week. And so I'm exhausted. However, overall, I'd say I'm doing pretty well. I'm keeping up with everything. I'm writing every day. I've been going to the gym pretty consistently. And I'm continuing to see progress. And I think overall, I'm just doing really well in learning kind of how to successfully live with the pain. The pain doesn't get as bad as often, which is super great. And I've just been doing so well, figuring things out on my own. And like my PTSD has kind of calmed down a little, my tremors, my FNSD, all of that has kind of taken to a lower level, which is beyond incredible. I can actually function for most of the day. I will go and tutor, and then I'll go ahead and go to the gym or go to an appointment or go shopping or whatever, which is crazy because usually I would just have to pick like one of those. And so that's it's pretty crazy. I don't even think I thought I would ever be here. And so I think that's why I'm just so overly shocked by it. I also just want to kind of thank everybody for all of this overwhelming amount of support from our little community. I think it helps way more than you could imagine. Just knowing that people kind of acknowledged all of the work that you're putting into everything. And I don't want you guys to take it in the way that I'm being cured, because that's not necessarily the case. It just means that I know how to handle everything a lot better. And I know how to work on myself smarter, as opposed to just the kind of more like aggressive route of things. I think I am starting to kind of figure out the best way to use my body the way that I kind of need to do the things that I not only need to, but that I want to do in my life. And so I think that just brings me to a little quick thing that I wanted to talk about, which is, when I got CRPS, it was from a surgery, as most of you know, a couple of surgeries, on my armpits, as most of you know. When this happened, I was about 16 or 17 years old, which means that I was a junior/senior in high school. I'm sure, as most of you can think back, or if you're thinking to right now, you change a lot between, senior year of high school and senior year of college. And that means everything changes, whether you want to date or not, who you like to date, activities you like to do, people you want to hang out with, all of that changes typically in one way or another. And I think, for all 4 years, I have always referred back to high school times when people would ask what I like to do or what I'm into, because I never really knew what I liked as I continued to change, because my entire life just kind of turned into survival and CRPS, and that's it. CRPS was the most interesting thing about me, which is what I believed fully, that it was the most important, and that's all people wanted to know about. So that's all that my life surrounded around. And then if somebody would ask what I like to do, it was, well, I can't do anything because of CRPS. And I think that's one of the hardest and most harmful thought processes to have when you have something like a chronic disease or chronic pain, because the thing is that we keep pushing time back and say, well, when I feel better, well, when I don't hurt, well, when I get better, well, when I can function more. and the years slowly pass. And so I think for me, that happened end of high school, beginning of college. I'm just now starting to get my life back end of college. That means that was 4 years where, 4 years were lost, basically. And I didn't necessarily have that big college experience that people all have. And I didn't really get to do the things that I intended to do. But what it also means is that I don't quite know who I am at the moment, or what I like to do, or what I'm into, or anything like that. I haven't really dated. I've just always said no because of the thought process that I come with a lot of baggage. And so I think that's just kind of the mindset that I had. And so now it's just starting to hit me that now I can actually begin to explore and kind of figure out who I am. And I know it's a little later than everybody else, but hey, like, if there isn't something that I've learned from my pain condition, it's that people all do things at different times in their life, right? So I started driving about 4 or 5 years after everybody else technically drives. Or I go away from home to live about 4 years past everybody else, and things like that. And so I think, it doesn't really matter, I guess is what I'm saying. And so that's kind of just the update of where I'm at, and how well I'm functioning. And I honestly can say that I truly feel happier. Like, I think for the longest time, I just lived in more of a fear and scared of everything because I don't know how much something could hurt me physically and cause pain. And so it was just like an everyday protection and living in fear. And I think I still, that still of course happens plenty of times, but for the most part, I'm a lot happier because I'm a lot more relaxed. I don't feel as on guard as I have been living my life. So I think I also just want to say that, I make these for the community and for people who kind of want to know what's going on with me, from all of their support. I feel like that's something that I need to say, but also I occasionally watch these back when I'm having a really rough time to kind of listen to all the positivity. I also learned that in Kennedy Krager, of course, with making videos. But I think I also kind of want to use this as, if you are somebody who is going through chronic pain or chronic illness of some sort, I see you. I understand what you're going through. And I know right now it could feel like things I say is pretty impossible, or is, I think my past self would have said that I was a little bit over positive or not realistic. And I know you might feel that way, but I kind of want you to start thinking of a mindset of, do you want to live your life for whatever chronic illness or pain that you have, or do you want to live your life for you? Do you actually want to let a disease whose all it's trying to do is tear you down control everything about your life? Do you want to be sitting on the couch and see that 4 years goes by? And so I think it's just, this is your time. If you're seeing this now and you have chronic pain or chronic illness, you need to grab your life back. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be painful. And it's going to be scary. I mean, it still scares me a lot of the time. Anytime I try anything new, it's scary, but you have to do it, because when you start trying new things and you start being able to breathe again and realize that not everything causes pain, the amount of happiness you get from that and just relief that you could get from that is incredible. And I'm not trying to cry or be over dramatic or anything like that. But I just want to help people in one way or another just grab a hold of their life again. Because I handed mine over. I had doctors all at Kennedy Krager who would tell me that CRPS is in the driver's seat, and I'd laugh at them and just assume that it's just some typical statement. But that is the truth. I was just following behind CRPS, FNSD, PTSD. Now it kind of feels like I am walking along with it, and I understand it's there, but I also don't just stop my life because it's there, if that makes sense. And so, you know, if you're spending a lot of time just sitting and letting time pass and start giving things up, just take a moment to take one thing back. One thing, that's it, in your life. That's anything from getting up off the couch and going and chatting with a family member, which can be hard in itself, or a friend, or going shopping, or going for a walk, or sitting up and watching a movie with somebody. Anything that feels like it's one step up for you is the time that you can take your life back. And so I'm here with my update telling you that I'm doing pretty well. I still have my condition. I'm still working on my hands opening, but they open a lot more. My tremor is a little bit better, significantly better. I'm still doing some more testing to make sure from all of my medication and everything I've taken that my body is okay. But I'm here to tell you that I am done and I am taking my life back. And that could take, if I've had this for about 5 years, you know, I got to give it time, because that could take a little while. And I'm going to have bad days. Trust me, I have had bad days. Ask any one of my family members. But this is the time when I say that my life belongs to me, and I feel in such control of it all, which is, I think, what gives me that relief. So that's about it, guys. I wasn't totally planning on it getting so heavy, but I also know, like, that people, this is something to struggle with. And if you watch any of my videos, TikToks, posts, anything, you will see that I am not always just speaking in this positive tone. I do have struggles. And so I want somebody who's watching this to understand that I'm not just telling you that it's all rainbows and sunshines. It's just a much more beautiful life when you look at it from a different lens, I guess I'm saying. So look out for another update. I'm graduating college on Sunday, which is crazy. I did that with everything I have going on. I did that. I'm going to be going into grad school at VCU for the Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness program. I'm currently interviewing for a few different jobs in Baltimore while I wait for my background check to go through for my government job. I'm going to eventually be moving to Baltimore, probably a couple months. It'll all depend on money and jobs. But yeah, and I have the update appointment in the next couple of weeks in Baltimore, so I will go ahead and update you guys whenever I'm done with that appointment and let you know what's going on and how much better I am. So I wanted this to be shorter. It's a little shorter, not that much shorter, so I'm sorry for that. I didn't expect to go into a whole spiel, but yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Look out, because I am not going to stop sharing my story, because I was given it for a reason, and God has a plan, and I'm here to follow it and along wherever it goes. So thank you all again. I love you, and I'll talk soon.